Hi, I'm Matt Schneller from TM TKO. This video shows you how you can use ThorCheck to pull evidence to support an opposition or letter of protest or demand letter where you or your client are the senior party. Let's say that you represent a Mexican restaurant, a mid-sized chain in several states that owns a trademark registration for its mark for restaurant services. Thanks to a TM TKO watch, you've learned that another company has just filed an application for a really similar mark for tortilla chips. Your client wants to file a letter of protest to increase the likelihood that a new application gets a 2D refusal based on your client's registration, and to send a demand letter directly to the applicant to get them to move to a non-confusing alternative. You want to present a strong picture to the office and your counterparty, and you can use ThorCheck to quickly identify 1A use-based examples on the registry where the same company owns a single mark for both tortillas and restaurant services, whether they are in one registration certificate or multiple. For the letter of protest, this evidence of overlap helps show the examining attorney why he or she should issue an office action with a 2D refusal, and provides a ready stack of evidence to support that refusal. For the demand letter, showing the applicant the strength of your client's case can help push them to a different mark with less fuss. So let's go ahead and do it. Enter tortillas and tortilla chips in the first party goods and services. For the second party goods and services, there are lots of different ways to describe restaurant services, so let's pick a few. Bear with me while my typing is inadequate. But you'll see the most common goods and services strings that include restaurant will pop up for you, so it'll automatically push you towards better results. There's no limit on the number of different goods and services strings you can include, so we'll do 4 or 5 here. Next, under evidence, make sure you switch it over to similarity. This will focus on examples where you've got the same or similar mark with the same owner, and this is what you'll want to use when you're the senior party. Last, make sure you leave it as the default is to 1A use-based registrations, and then let's go ahead and look at our results. You'll see that you get a series of results that are basically something you'll want to look at like a mirror image. On the left, you have one registration or um, that includes a mark for tortillas. On the right, you have an example of the same mark, same owner, whether it's a single registration certificate or not, for some variety of restaurant services. You can then tag the results that are most interesting to you, and you can export those. You probably want to only export the ones that you've tagged. This summary chart will be exported via the Word button. And if you want to export status and title copies because you're using it for a TTAB proceeding or a letter of protest or office action, something where you want to have official documentation to make these officially of record, you can use the TSDR export button at the top right of the chart, and that will export current status and title copies of everything that you've selected, so you don't have to go back and do this manually. When you go through the export process, it'll give you the choice of either downloading a combined PDF or downloading a zip file that will have a separate file for each registration certificate that you've selected, or the status and title copies that equate to that registration number. This will make it easy to make all your evidence of record. Happy researching, and if you run into any questions, please just email us at support@tmtko.com, and we will get right back to you. Thanks again.